Hi everyone, this is AlphaAli. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing another VOD review. This is actually for Welsh. Welsh, we've done a VOD review before. Basically, we kind of like went through a lot of like the basics of like Mercy and stuff after they were very new to like playing Mercy and stuff. So we've talked a lot about positioning as Mercy. So we're gonna see how Welsh has basically improved. They have given me a little like kind of detailed kind of like little paragraph about the VOD. So I took what you said last VOD review and I ran with it. This is my first rank up game of season 6. It went well, but I still placed bronze 5 in 6 games, 1 loss to 5 wins. But I think I've been taking in what you've been telling me to do. I think it improved a lot since the last time you VOD reviewed me. Okay, awesome. So it was a bit of a time, I think, that we VOD reviewed Welsh. So I'm just going to try and basically see how Welsh can improve again. And yeah, we'll just basically get right into it. Once again, you can get your VOD. You can. Let me start again. You can get your VOD review. They have 5,000 channel points. I do them on Mondays, but I also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays too over on my Twitch. They're just on my normal gameplay though. You're more than welcome to come and stay, come talk to my lovely community, or you're more than welcome to lurk. I cannot speak today. I'm so sorry. And I do VOD reviews to basically any like level of Mercy. Like I've done bronze Mercies as I'm doing right now, but I got all the way up to like top 500 Mercies. Like I'll basically sit there and I'll VOD review anything. So we have the cute little is this the witch skin? I love the witch skin. It's really cute. And we have the D20 as well, die as well, which is really nice. So we're damage boosting Ash, which is really great. Obviously our main damage boost target. We seem to be going on a nice like little flank with her, which is quite nice. Loving your positioning right now, which is really great. Your team have ended up kind of getting taken out, but honestly it's fine because you're taking this flank angle, which is fine. Lovely damage boost already. I can already see that you're taking my advice really like well. How much you're already using this cover is really great. Like already your cover usage is so much better than last time. Like this is a really good improvement. Really nice. You could just leave your Moira though. Your Moira's doing her own like little thing. She has a kind of like going like into into the enemy team like this. You could have maybe done like a GA to get in and out, but honestly I wouldn't expect you to, especially because you're like so new to Mercy and stuff. I feel as though you're doing the right thing at the moment. 100% damage boosting all these people. Really nice heals on Orisa. Nice getting her out. We do need to switch our beams though to someone else. Okay, just remember that we do not need to heal someone up to full HP, okay? You can literally heal this Orisa all the way up to the point where she kind of like comes back here. As soon as Orisa gets these like shields actually essentially you reduce like the damage and stuff like that. So it means that you don't need to just keep the beams on them. I would actually probably switch to help Soldier up until it gets his heal pad down. Then obviously you can help your Ash. But just try to juggle the beams a little bit more between these 3 people rather than just keeping it on your Orisa right now. Because, you know, what's it called? You don't just need to keep it on. Oh yeah, you do. You have the gold weapon on as well, which is really cute. I love the gold weapon on what's it called? On Mercy's, like what's it called? Witch staff. I think it's really cute. Put the heals onto your Soldier. You could literally just push up with your Soldier here. Because what's going to happen, obviously your Ryan's like turned around now, but Ryan was obviously pushed up a little bit here. You want to basically take this off angle with your Soldier here. And you can just kind of sit like, where this health pack is. And just damage boost him from here. Just allow him to kind of take that angle a little bit. Because he ends up getting taken out and pushed onto because, you know, because you end up abandoning him. Nice help, obviously, with your Orisa. Lovely. What's it called? Positioning again. I feel as though we could have maybe got the res off on the Soldier. Let me just quickly rewind to see whether we could or not. So it's a nice positioning. I would have pushed up with Soldier here. Okay, so let's look at this in a 3D view. So we go back, which is fine. I would have crouch spammed here a little bit just to make sure that Hanzo has a hard time trying to hit you. Lovely rotation up. Obviously, you're helping Ash and stuff here. You could have basically... Oh, I don't know whether you would have been able to slip in here for a res. I don't even know where his orb is. Is his orb all the way over here? I thought the orb was, like, in the room. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I can't find the orb, so it's fine. we'll just keep going main, basically. But nice. Lovely rotation again. Just be sure that you're still, like, helping your Orisa, though. Nice heals on Orisa. Nice. Oh, when he's got your... Okay. You need to go and help your what's called your Ash here, right? What you can do is because you're full HP, you can tank this this ultimate. As long as you go across quickly, right? So your soldier's kind of like fine once you kind of get back with him. You also have this Moira here. As soon as you're like able to like cross, you can do like a big like GA, and then you can either like kind of cancel it like down here because you're going to be out of this LOS, or you can slingshot it across. It's completely, you know, whatever you feel more comfortable with. And just come over here and you can help your, what's called, you can help your Ashe here. You wouldn't be able to save her. But that's all good. I'm hoping you go for a res in a sec. We can rotate here, don't worry. Just be careful because obviously we can still go and have that cover. You should be really kind of helping your soldier here. You can res that. Because that can really kind of help you get in. Ooh, okay. We seem a little bit lost. Nice, obviously helping your Orisa. We need to stay with her a little bit more. Ooh, okay. Okay, let's rewind this, because I want to talk about this, okay? So, I think this is the point. So, we do this, like, weird, like, super jump up. You, like, I feel as though you're kind of taking my advice very literally here of, like, where's, like, my safest, you know, like, I need, like, kind of, you know, to be really, really safe, okay? You were absolutely fine on this, like, kind of low ground here. And then what you can do is you can just GA yourself across to this wall here, because they cannot attack you while you're hugging this wall. And it allows your Orisa to kind of push in a little bit more than what she's doing, okay? I'm gonna try and follow it like in this kind of way, like this mode, right? So I would push up here. When your Orisa goes in like this, you can just GA in and kind of like peek around here. The damage boost would hopefully mean that she could maybe get someone else. She has to push in a little bit more. Now, obviously, you got this Hanzo here and stuff, so obviously you want to kind of just be careful of that. But you can definitely just GA yourself in and kind of like play around here, or maybe like GA up onto this high ground or something. Just so you're still like with here. Probably the high ground is probably your best bet. So GA up onto here. It allows you to still be with her. Obviously, you get the heal beam on her now, which is really nice. And then I feel as though you get a little bit lost here because obviously you see that the dragons are kind of coming through and stuff. It takes a while for the arrow to travel before the dragons start. Like, it's going to start behind you, basically. So I would just full on commit with your Orisa here. GA yourself across and GA kind of like over to here is probably your best bet. Because then it means that you're still able to help your Orisa and you've also still get yourself some nice cover over here. And then it just allows her to push like forward, maybe get the Genji and stuff like that. And it really creates some really nice space for your team. Okay? Because we end up kind of getting a little bit lost and like, oh, what shall I do? And then the Hanzo ends up getting us, I think, as we get out. Or we do get out actually with our Ashe, which is nice. Lovely damage boost. Lovely. We do want to kind of rotate back around now though. Very nice. Can't do anything with that soldier. Nice. You could Valk here. Valk. Ooh, okay. Nice. Damage boost. Okay, we needed to kind of damage boost a little bit more here. So this is great how obviously you kind of like helps with your what's it called, your Ashe when she got shadowed. And then I would just go and damage this as Coalescence for the start of it. Obviously she ends up getting picked off. But I would have actually Valked at this point here. I would have just Valked and then just kind of like played kind of like up here. The reason why I said that is because I expected the Rhyme just to kind of just walk onto you and just go bam and like got you at the same time as well. So I would have just thought it would be better if we Valked to keep allowing that pressure and allow your team to kind of like push in a little bit more. But other than that, really, really good. Nice res. Obviously knowing that it's all safe and everything. Just be careful, like listen out, you know, you can still hear this Moira and stuff, and obviously Ashe went like around this this way basically. So you just want to push with her. Other than that, really, really great. Okay. Welsh, I'm just going to stop it here for a sec because I know what I want to talk to you about today, alright? Because I know you're very new to Mercy and stuff like that, like still quite new to her, right? Obviously, last VOD we talked about what I believe is the very, very kind of like starting point, which is positioning, right? I feel as though you've got that down now, like you know where to use your cover and stuff like that. That's really great. We next need to now focus on beam management. What I mean by that is not like kind of when you need to flick on the damage boost and healing, because I feel as though you're actually doing that really, really well. But it's actually who you need to put your beam on. I feel as though that's what you're struggling with right now, because you seem very tunnel visioned on like one person, instead of like juggling your beam about, right? So whenever you're playing Mercy, try to see whoever's like being the most aggressive and try to go with them and help them out, okay? So for example, you can see your Ashe is going forward, so this is great. Loving this damage boost, obviously helping her. But while you're doing this, try to have your beam kind of like, try to, instead of just being looking like straight at your Ashe or like looking out to like kind of at the middle of nowhere, try to look at the rest of your team and try to be like, how is my team doing? What kind of things do my team need? Because it means that obviously if your Orisa goes in a little bit deeper, you can kind of like GA in and kind of like GA around here to allow yourself to be more aggressive, get that more damage boost in and help her out. Because what kind of ends up happening in like bronze and silvers and stuff like that is people will just like push in. They will just go in, all right? And obviously there's like a certain point where you have to like kind of lead them to it and be like, okay, like, you know, you do you kind of thing. But there's definitely a point where you can really kind of like still help them, all right? So really nice damage boost on your Ashe right now. Now your Ashe is being quite passive. You now want to, what's it called? You now basically want to kind of be helping with this Orisa and be pushing and damage boosting her because she is the one that's doing something, all right? It's basically you have to kind of like think to yourself, who is the person that is doing the damage? Who is the person that's being aggressive? And you want to be with them basically, all right? So same thing again, you want to be damage boosting your Orisa here. Let's help him. Oh, okay. We don't want to walk to the Rhine though. Nice that you Jade away. Really nice. Nice keeping your distance, all right? But just remember you have your DPS here, okay? Because it's very much the, so what happens essentially, you're very much kind of going into the tank here, but right now the tank actually has what's called the Moira to help her. So you literally just want to kind of stick it out with your DPS. Maybe just GA in main and try and help your soldier once this kind of bridge goes up. Because what can happen is your soldier can just come around here and try and like help get these people basically instead of going in with your Orisa. I love how you tried to get away from the Rhine though. Really great, like making that space. We just need to kind of think about that a little bit sooner and think to yourself, I don't want to be anywhere near this Reinhardt. Like you essentially never ever want to be within swing range of the Rhine, okay? So you just want to play back a bit. But nice. I'm going to try to damage boost a little bit there. You can hear this Genji behind you, by the way. You need to help your Moira with it. And try and GA yourself out and away from it. Go on. Okay, never mind. We can res that though. Nice, safe, covered res. Really nice. We don't need to Valk here though, okay? This is not what's it called. This isn't a necessary Valk. Let me quickly rewind so I can show you why. Right? So you can hear this Genji behind you. Right? Because you know you can hear him like what's it called. You can keep him coming behind, okay? You first of all had to think to yourself, how can I get out of here safely? Which would essentially be to GA in and GA across to be in with here. Because then you can, what's it called, then you can basically kind of like play in here, play with your team here, and then what will happen is again you will want to either go up and over the wall to kind of like retreat back to his team, or he'll be aggressive and kind of like slash into everyone. In which case, if you're already here, you're already out of that, you know, out of that distance and stuff like that. So to try just to listen out for him a little bit more and just see. Alright? So we end up basically, we try to go in with the block and stuff like that. We go in res, which is fine. Orisa ends up getting picked off. Okay, we do not need to Valk here, okay? Because what ends up happening is essentially you Valking here while there's nobody like being aggressive into your team is not going to help your team, right? We should already know that we've just killed off the Genji. We've resed. We know that the Hanzo, because what Hanzos normally do is they like to be like on these high grounds and stuff like that and like kind of like ray down from people. You do not need to kind of like Valk here. You just have to wait for like a team fight where like the majority of your team is like together and being like quite aggressive and like, you know, basically a time where there's a lot of your team together and you're able to damage these people is the best way I can kind of like describe it to you basically. So what you essentially want to do here is you've read your Ashe, which is great. She ends up getting the Hanzo, so I would literally just kind of like wait it out here with her. Damage boost her, obviously got the damage boost, which is great. Then you can just rotate to cart and just allow the cart to push up. It's okay that you've, what's it called, your Orisa's fall and everything. That's absolutely fine. I thought I could save Orisa with the Valk. Oh, I got you, okay. But it's fine. If you want to use this Valk though, I would have used it on point. Nice how you notice these people. Really nice pings. Okay. But we need to kind of like prepare ourselves. I think we've already seen this, we've already seen this Moira. So you already want to kind of like rotate round and and be under, okay? So it's really, really good that you've pinged all these people and scouted them out and think, okay, there's a Ryan and there's a Moira up here. But we just need to rotate and be out of the way already just to, you know, be of the clear, basically. Just so we're not taking this little bit of damage that could mean, oh, if someone, like, say the Ryan then hits a fire strike onto you and a Zen hits an orb onto you, like, you're going to be gone, okay? You just want to kind of play that safety as much as possible already, okay? But really nice scouting, though, knowing that they're there and everything. Really nice for your Ashe. Ooh, okay. And this all kind of leads from, obviously, the Moira, you know, focusing onto you, alright? Let's quickly rewind it so I can kind of, like, discuss with you, like, how we can play that a little bit better. Alright, so we scouted. That's great, okay. We now have to think to ourselves, these are two very close-range people. So we need to play our distance. We either need to force the Moira to, you know, make a stupid fade and, like, you know, go really DPS it into us. Or you can, what's it called? You can literally just, like, basically just come into here, like, how you did earlier, right? So we just want to kind of play the distance. So it's fine. We come down here, which is fine. You can now literally just back off and play kind of, like, play far away. Because at the moment, you're playing Mercy very much focused in on your team and very much like, I need to help this Ashe out. Like, you know, Ashe, you know. In reality, what you can do is you could just leave her for a second because she's fine. Damage boost your soldier or something, or just like back off so you're not in that beam range, well, this, what do you call it? Like the suck range of Moira. I don't know like what kind of terminology to use, but essentially you just want to be out of that suck range as much as you can. So you could just back off, you could damage this Moira, you could just basically try and help just get rid of someone. You just need to like get away from her. Alright? Because what you end up doing is you end up J'ing into her, and then she can just drop onto you and just kill you like she did, alright? You just want to basically play away. Moira really wants you there for no reason. I mean, to be fair, you very much kind of like Jade into her. So just play that distance. Play away from her. Be scared of her. Be like, no, like, I don't want it to focus me, you know? Just play away. But Welsh, your positioning compared to last game is a lot better, I will say. Like, you've definitely taken that on really, really nicely, which is really, really great. So, obviously, next time we're going to focus on beam management. Lovely cancel of the GAs to stay behind the car. Already really, really great. Alright, Rhyme. Nice playing of distance. Really nice. Can't help her wrist. She's really overextended. That is fine. Lovely use of cover again. Save. Really, really nice. Nice heals. Just, this is like a little bit more of like, a little bit more of like an extra tip, right? We just need to try and look to damage boost as much as we can, okay? So when you see this Ashe going to use her dynamite, be sure to just chuck on the damage boost for when she shoots it, because it'll allow that kind of extra damage from the dynamite, because damage boost dynamite absolutely rips through people. I love, by the way, as well, how you're cancelling your J's and really using this cover. Really nice improvement from last time. We can improve this a tiny little bit more, though. This is me being really nitpicky about it, right? You can play in this room instead here to give you that extra cover, because obviously if these guys start pushing forward and stuff like that, it means that you're not taking this extra damage that these two hit scans are now going to take from like this like Zen and everyone. It just gives you that little extra level of protection by being around here. Alright, but that's just really nitpicky with your positioning, because I know how much you've already improved it already. Alright, but really nice damage boost usage. Really nice. Lovely heals. Really nice. I would actually just go in with your Moira ult here, okay? Because what's going to happen is your Moira is going to want to be like really aggressive. So what you can do is you can go to your Moira, put the beam on, allow her to kind of get rid of this, what's it called? This Zen, and then just kind of like rotate yourself around, like around here. And then what's going to happen is, Ryan's probably, it looks like it's going to pin away. What normally happens is you put up his shield, in which case you can still carry on damage boosting the coalescence instead of the visor. The reasoning for this is obviously the coalescence will go through the shield compared to the visor, they'll get stopped by the shield. So you can literally just be really aggressive with your Moira here. I'm going to see what you end up doing. So we just want to damage his visor. We've heard the Genji, which is really nice. Lovely ping. Lovely, obviously, like position away from him and stuff. We do play a little bit of like a ringy round of roses. It's really unfortunate there's not a lot of cover on this bridge. But what I'd recommend doing on this bridge is trying to kind of like crouch down behind these pillars as much as you can. You did a really good job of like getting away from him, like coming around this like side of the cart and stuff. But if you can, try to GA and then play like in front of the cart like this, and then GA yourself back around and then play like behind, like crouch behind here or something, just to kind of improve it a tiny little bit more. But really, really good. Really nice damage boost, honestly. Really nice. Okay, same thing again. We want to push forward. Nice heals. Nice damage boost on Ash here. You're doing the absolute correct job here. Damage boost on Ash. Really nice. Obviously heard Reaper TP. Okay, that's really, really great. Okay. I feel as though you registered that he was like up there, but we didn't act upon it, okay? Like, I feel as though we've done this quite a few times now, but we've realized there is someone there, but we're not acting upon that kind of like realization, all right? Because it happened with the Moira, it happened a bit earlier on as well on first point, right? We've done the same thing here, okay? We have noticed that the Reaper's TP'd up here, okay? Where is this Reaper going to go? He is going to go either down here and attack you from this angle, or he's going to come around here and attack you from this angle, okay? How can we avoid this, and how can we stop him from coming to me? Because obviously Reaper's a very close range hero. We do not want him in our faces. We want to be far away, okay? So what we do is we can GA across and come over here, right? Because then it forces the Reaper to make a decision. It forces him to either come after you, either because, for example, if he wants to come and drop down main, it forces him to come and like try and come to you, or it forces him to basically try and come for your Ashe and like come around here like he is doing. Except it takes you out of the equation. It means it's only the Ashe that he can then go for. But you're already here to help with this. It means then essentially if your Ashe ends up getting rolled over by the by the Reaper at any reason, it means you could then just like walk forward and just GA and just be with these guys. GA yourself into like this room or something to once again be away from him and stuff. But you essentially just want to try and like keep that distance and be kind of like really ready for him. Like you want to kind of be one step ahead of him. Like don't be reactive to him and think, oh my gosh, he's there. Be proactive. Be away from him already. Okay? Nice GA away. A little bit messy with the movement. Remember, there is a little health pack here, by the way, if you do need it. But that movement was a little bit sloppy from you, but other than that, really, really nice. A little bit damage boost on your Ashe again. Lovely rotation. Help your Ashe though. Nice. But this is what I mean by, you know how we're saying like the beam targets and stuff like that? Like it's all good you rotating around to try and help your Ashe, but as soon as your Ashe is like partially healthy and stuff like that, try to then go and help your soldier because your soldier is now in the one of need of help, alright? You can technically get him from here, or you can also rotate and GA yourself around here, because what's going to happen here is your Ryan's just going to hold the shield like this main, and he's going to look for like a shatter on people, right? Now it's really, really good that obviously you're playing it out of the way already right now. But if you're over on this side with the soldier, it allows the soldier to actually take this aggressiveness over here and just bypass this Rhine. Because the issue that your Orisa and your Ashe are going to have at the moment is they're just get blocked by this Rhine shield. So this is what I mean by your beam management. You have to think to yourself, who is the best person that's going to, you know, be the best to kind of aggress with? And right now at the moment, this is going to be your soldier. Okay? But let's see what you end up doing. End up healing him up, which is nice. Okay, just a little bit sloppy. I would look to kind of like a bit more directional. Really nice to get yourself away. Really, really nice. Oh, Moira ends up getting crushed, which is fine. We could definitely go and res that though. Nice, okay. My only thing with this res, just kind of do a little like flick around and try to use this pole as your cover, because then it blocks both of these sidelines just in case someone's coming back from spawn, alright? Just try and flick it round, but lovely res though. Valk. Nice. Push that damage boost. Really, really nice. Alright. Welsh, this is a huge improvement from last, okay? We seem like we've already got like the basics of Mercy, her positioning down really, really well. You're using your cover so much more, and it's really, really great. Love to see that, alright? Your damage boost usage as well is really, really good. Like, it feels like you're damage boosting people a lot, which I do not see from a lot of like lower rank Mercies. So you're doing that really, really well right now, okay? Now, I want you to work on the next step with Mercy, which is focusing on kind of helping the person that's being active in the fight. Get what you mean? Yeah, exactly, Welsh. You just want to basically be like beaming and being with the people that are having like the best angle and are gonna have the most impact in that team fight. Because there's no point, like, I know like there is kind of like a tier list into like who you should be like main blue beam in. Which obviously, you know, you could argue to say, oh, well, Ashe is a better damage boost target than your soldier, which is completely, you know, factually correct in my opinion. I think that Ashe is a lot better. But if your Ashe is not taking advantage of having a good angle like your soldier is, or even if it's like a tank or just anyone, if they're taking a better angle and they're going to get more stuff done, then definitely go with them. Valks, I feel as though we did a tiny bit of a work with, because I felt as though your Valks earlier on were like a little bit rusty, but apart from that, can't really complain. Reses have been good so far. We do need to work on this little super jump upwards. We got up there though, so it's all good. And what was the other thing I wanted to, oh yeah, just kind of get into this mindset of being proactive a little bit more, right? Because it's happened quite a few times now where people have attacked you and it's because you've been reactive to what they're doing instead of being proactive and being out of the way, right? It's happened mainly with that Reaper to begin with, and also there was the Moira, right? Just take on that advice as well and just try and like play away. Okay. I'm going to rant about this high ground again as well, because I always rant about this high ground, okay? Never ever stand on this high ground at first point here, right? Because you do not know what this enemy team's going to have. This D.Va, if this is a high rank, this D.Va could go, and then just come up and just absolutely attack you with her boosters and everything like that, okay? Because you're stood up in this high ground. So until you know that there's going to be nobody that can just slide up and attack you like this because they know you're in here, you should just be trying to use your angelic descent and play down here. But that's just my massive nitpicky with people playing on this point, because I don't like it when people, what's it called? I don't like when people play in this room. But that's just like a really nitpicky thing of mine. Alright, love how you're set up though with the, obviously we are using cover, which is really great. Helping your Ashe and everything. Really nice. Just when you're here, like try just to be looking at your team rather than just be looking out like in nowhere and stuff. That's how you heal him. Love how you're staying on this high ground though. Staying up with your soldier, really, really nice. Stay with him. You don't need to drop here. And this is exactly what I mean, right? I feel as though you're very much defaulting to like, oh, Ashe is my main blue beam target. I need to be with her. It's a main blue beam target though. You do, like, it still means that you can go and damage this other people. So literally, you see how this soldier still got this high ground and still taking that nice advantage? You could just still stay up here. Play with him. Wait until the Ashe makes that rotation back around, or if she needs obviously help. Just try and maintain that high ground as long as you can. That's helping your Ram though, which is really nice. I'm hoping your Moira realize. Okay, your Moira's not going to help him realize. You can res. Lovely. Waiting for that really nice, like, safest opportunity to res. Nice. Yes, Welsh, as well. I also just realized that, yes, we have not touched that crouched guarded angel, which is really, really great as well. Not using it as our, like, positioning, which is really, really great. Do you see how much has already improved your gameplay though? Not using it like 24/7. Okay, my only thing is I would be stood up on this high ground a little bit more just to play with your soldier because he does have a better angle. But apart from that, really, really great. See, this is a point where, because obviously I was very extreme in your last VOD of like, don't touch the crouch super jump, don't touch it, right? There are obviously times where you can use it, and this is actually one of these examples, where you can just go to your Ashe and kind of do the crouch ones, get yourself vertically up to help your soldier. This is a fine opportunity to use it because you're using it to reposition yourself onto this high ground with him. Obviously, like, you know, that's like one of the few opportunities where I think you should be using it. But I really like how as well how you've used that, you know, and used it like very well. Okay, so we're going to start pushing in now. What are we going to do? I'm hoping we're going to rotate soon. Nice how we rotated. My only issue with this rotation is that it's a little bit risky. Okay, let me explain. Okay, because you know that they're going to be pushing main through here. If they quickly rush in and you're GAing around this way as well, you're going to take so much damage. So instead of rotating this way, I would recommend getting your beam on someone and doing like a wall bounce one, or like just walking around here even is absolutely fine. Just being out of the fight for like a second just to make that safer rotation. Just so you're not taking this really risky one of coming back around. But it's all fine. Obviously, I end up healing on Moira, which is nice. Another opportunity where we could use the crouch just to help ourselves get up to the soldier. Because I feel like you're taking my advice like very literally there. You can still use it 100%. Just be mindful when you're using it is the thing I'm going to say. Damage boost that. Really nice. I'd let my... Okay. If this was a higher rank and I could trust your Moira, I would essentially just... What's it called? I would like allow your Moira to heal this Ramattra. But you cannot trust your Moira in this rank. I'm going to be very, very honest. So you will need to heal up. Wall bounce. Okay. A wall bounce is... Essentially, you know how you have your beam on people, and when you go behind a wall, it like lingers the beam on. You can basically still GA to someone like through the wall, and then you can kind of use your momentum by like turning around and pressing your jump to kind of like jump off in a direction. I'll show you in the practice range after the VOD, Welsh, if you'd like. That's like the best explanation I can give to you like right now. But I'll show you after the VOD what I mean, all right? Because it's kind of like one of those like texts that's like a little bit more like advanced, I guess. But I'll definitely show you after the VOD. So you just want to kind of like put your beam onto your Ramattra here just to heal him up. Okay. Nice how we used our position though to get out of the way of that, what's it called? That ult. But it's the same thing again, like you know that your team's pushing forward, you could just push forward with your DPS there, okay? Really nice Ramattra ult though. Nice. J yourself back across, really nice. We'll be healing back up as well. Cannot fault your damage boost usage. It's really, really great. Ooh, okay. Nice, okay. The only thing I would have slightly differently here is I would have put my blue beam on the soldier just to make sure you can secure this kill onto the soldier before rezzing. Because what will happen is you can amplify the soldier's damage. So just in case if his aim's like a tad little bit off, it basically means then that he requires him to hit less shots in order to get it off so you can get that res off. But love how you wait for him to die though before you get that res off. Really, really nice. Cannot fault your res as well. Okay, so we send Sojourns there. Nice Valk. I actually quite like this one. Nice, we need to heal though. We need to help our Moira get out. Very nice. Nice position here. You need to help your soldier though. Oh, okay, can't get him out. Okay. Instead of flying to the skybox here to try and like get out of this Diva Bomb, we could just kind of like GA in and then bounce ourselves out and kind of like come up onto these roofs here, just so you're like really out of the way. Because even like, because you're flying up to the skybox here, although yes, you're going to avoid this Diva Bomb and stuff, it's still going to make you very vulnerable to people that are main and stuff. So if you just try and Valk and kind of like use these roofs a tiny little bit more, that'd be really, really great. But I'm gonna see what we end up doing now, because obviously everyone's ended up dying. We just need to look for a reset now. Yeah, we just need to die here. Essentially, you just want to like allow yourself to die. Nice. Really glad that you realised that. Yeah, well, I'll show you how to do it like consistently and stuff after the VOD that I've done for you. But it can be really, really handy if you want to obviously use a piece of cover and try and rotate round to another one, while still trying to keep your beam on someone and doing it the quickest way, basically. But really nice how you didn't allow yourself to get staggered there and you just allowed them to kill you. Really, really nice. This is another part where you want to damage boost the most aggressive person, okay? At this moment in time, you could literally come into like this room here and you could damage boost your Ramattra. Diva cannot DM the Ramattra punches, so you can just stand here and just damage boost the Ramattra here instead of anyone else. Because if you damage boost the soldier, it's just going to get eaten. But if you damage the Ramattra, he's like, everyone's still going to take damage, basically. That's fine. That's damage boost onto Ash. Whiz back out a little bit. Ash ends up getting picked off. You ain't going to be able to res that. That's fine. Damage boost now because he's full HP. Can't do anything about that. Ooh, okay, a little bit messy. I would have maybe looked to basically like GA into what's it called, into the castle and maybe try and get out there. But it's fine that you die there as well, so you don't stagger yourself. Tried waving to Diva, but she killed me. Oh, bless Welsh. It's alright though. Because you did want not to get yourself staggered though, so it's all good. Understood. Your soldier goes off the map, which is fine. We're getting our Glock out a little bit. We need to help Moira though. Okay. All good that we got our Glock out though. Right? Ew. He did not like you. Anyways, let's talk about the scenario, right? Because I'm gonna quickly rewind it back. Okay, so we're coming back from spawn. We have to try and think to ourselves, okay, we need to find someone to blue beam as we get out, because there's no point just walking out and just being like, where do I go, kind of thing. We want to be going out of this with a purpose, right? So when you're coming out, you have to think to yourself, okay, my Ashe is on the high ground. Ashe has got a really good angle here. Your Moira is going to be main with your Ramattra, so that's fine. So what you want to be doing is basically you want to kind of come out, walk up this high ground here, and go with her. So we walk up. Obviously you realize, oh, well, what's it called? The Reaper's here. Okay. You essentially want to damage boost this Moira here, so it allows the orb to be damage boosted, and it also applies a lot of pressure onto this Reaper. It then means you can also like heal her, but you also just want to play back and away from him, like we were saying before, because of that damage. So I'd stick my heal beam on my Moira here and help here. Now, you now have to think to yourself, I cannot help this Moira, okay? Because there comes an opportunity where Mercy's healing is going to do nothing. Which is at this point, because your Moira is like 1 HP, you are not going to kill this Reaper, and you're not going to help this Moira. So now we need to think, okay, where can I go? Well, we could either go to our Ramattra and then go up onto the high ground, or we can rotate round, and we know this Ashe is still on this high ground here, and we can really take advantage of that. Okay, so we essentially just want to leave. We want to leave the scene at this point. We do not want to be here. And then he does end up like coming to blossom you, which I don't. I guess like you get the ult out of him, which is fine. But you really want to be trying to back off and go somewhere else at that point, okay? So just try to think to yourself, whenever you're going out somewhere, try to think, okay, where's my safest opportunity? Like, where's it best to go? Nice. Obviously coming out and like helping Moira. Really nice damage boost on the Coalescence again. Nice damage boost on your Soldier as well. Cannot fault your damage boost. It's really, really great Welsh. Like you really understand the concept of damage boost, which is like really, really great. Because I struggle a lot with like people like damage boost. Lovely hiding from that bomb. That's really, really great. You just leave now. Yeah. It's unfortunate, another lost fight. Really nice. Just want to head out. You could. Oh, okay. I was about to say you can maybe try and get your Moira out, but it's not gonna happen. Jake. Nice. It should have been a little bit quicker, just try and get out, because obviously you can hear his footsteps and stuff. Nice damage boost onto the Ashe. Lovely going away. Nice letting your Moira heal you as well before you go back out. Really, really nice. Go out with your ramp. Nice. No. Oh. Dude, you team C9. What should have happened here, right? You did the absolute right thing of going in with your Ramattra, right? What should have happened is your Ramattra, with the confidence that, he had you behind you. He would have basically just come on and absolutely, like, kill these people. He could have used Annihilation and just held this point. But he backs away. And I don't understand why. Oh, that's so frustrating. You would have won that fight. If he like was aggressive and thought to himself, I am the boss, and I like just came in and just annihilated people and stuff like that, that would have been so good. Oh man, that is frustrating. But anyways, we're gonna make the most of a bad scenario. We need to damage his visor. Nice, really nice damage to the visor. You can hold them at this like choke, which is really nice. And also what happens, it gives you this extra option of cover now, because obviously this is all like open and everything, which is really nice. So yeah. We need to rotate. Nice. One of the things, I wouldn't have rotated all the way around. I would have rotated just like through main. Obviously Reaper ends up getting Ashe. Okay. 5 people end up dying. Nasty, got your beam on. We need to back away though, because we know this Reaper's going to come in aggressive. Just, again, you just need to be ready for that Reaper. Just play away from him. Nice helping the, what's it called? Nice helping with the ult, but you obviously end up getting blossomed, which is absolutely fine. End up resetting. Just same thing again, we just need to be prepared, and we know that that Reaper's going to be wanting to walk onto us and be aggressive onto us. So we just need to play away from him again, okay? That's fine. Nancy's telling people to group up, which is really, really nice. That's fine. Just back up to spawn. Really nice decision making. Nice Valk. Really nice damage on the bomb. Really nice. Okay, my only thing is you can hear this Reaper around here, like hurting you, right? just GA yourself out and onto a high ground. Like, GA yourself out and around from here. You essentially just, as soon as you hear him, like, shooting at you or, like, being near you, panic and think, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to move, right? Move yourself out into this high ground, move yourself all the way up into here. You just want to move away from it, basically. You just want to be gone. You do not want to be near there, basically, alright? It's really nice battle though, and really nice how you damage boost the Bob, like, to try and get people on point. Really nice, like, damage boost priority, alright? You just want to be afraid of that Reaper and just be away from him as quick as you can, okay? But we'll keep on going. Did the high ground was there? Yeah, so as high grounds at this point, you can actually stand on these chandeliers. So you find that a lot of people will stand up on these like chandeliers and stuff like that. Like, for example, Mercy's can use it as cover quite nicely. You will find that basically a lot of people will use this. So just have some water real quick. So you find that a lot of people can stand on this high ground. You can also get onto, oh, sorry. You can also get onto this one on here. Like, you can also stand up on here as well as a high ground. But I think that's just like a little bit map knowledge. Oh, sorry. It seems like I rewound it a bit too much. So yeah, so that high ground also exists. But you can essentially just kind of rotate just to be away from that. But even if you don't know it's there, just like think to yourself, oh, this Reaper's after me, and just like leave kind of thing. Obviously, you know that he's there. You see where his TP to. Be sure just to back away. Nice. Damage boost as well. Same thing again with the aggressiveness, right? So our soldier right now is the one that's actually being like upfront and aggressive. So you actually just want to be kind of like pushed up with him, maybe like on this kind of high ground here. So it means that obviously people push in, you can then obviously rotate to your Ashe if you need to. But really nice angle that you're taking with your Ashe. Obviously your soldier's being aggressive now, so you actually want to be like kind of like with your soldier basically. Just push up with your soldier here. Because he's the one that's being aggressive. And at this point, you want to rotate, right? Because what's going to happen is this team is going to now push in. If they see that you're still here, you'll actually split from your team. It makes you, especially to this diva, very easy to dive and pick off, right? So as soon as you can, rotate back round to your team. Maybe do an angle super jump onto this high ground or something and just play up here. This is a really nice high ground, I will say, because it forces the enemy team to really push around this corner and then come and get to you. And as they're doing that, you can actually just bait them out and just literally just GA and just GA away from them or something, right? So if you can, try to utilize this like really nice high ground up here. Okay? But I'm gonna see what ends up happening. I'm hoping that you do rotate. We do, which is really nice. Rotate to the low, which is completely fine. Diva bomb. Really nice cover. Can't do anything because your team just died to it. And you're backing away. I would have just kind of stayed just to try and like contest the point a little bit more. But doesn't really matter. So very much same things again, Welsh. Just obviously, you know, try and like damage boost whoever's been more active, obviously we talked about. And same thing again as well, we're just try to think to yourself, okay, the Reaper's going to come after me, he's going to obviously want to fight me really up close. We just don't want to be near him, alright? Right, so we'll keep going. So we're held in on this high ground again. We seem to hold like really nicely on this defense. Like, you seem to have really good position on this defense. I really, really liked it. We need to peel for Ashe. Okay. Right, so instead of having our beam on our Orisa right now, you actually just want to, what's called, you, like, as soon as you see this Ashe, like, getting, what's called, dove upon, you want to kind of put your beam on them, and then J yourself around here to allow yourself to help with that, basically. Alright? That's fine, we backed away. Orisa ends up getting picked off, that is fine. We're just like trying to get out now, which is completely fine. Whenever you try to escape this, by the way, just try to get your Glock out on the just in case. I think your soldiers are going to die there, so you just want to get out to your Ashe. Really nice. You're not going to be able to contest this again, which is completely fine. Your soldier doesn't stagger himself, so that's not really your problem. You still want to be aggressive with your Ashe, because what's going to happen is your Ashe will want to throw in like a dynamite here. So you just like want to, what's called, you just want to kind of like play here basically, allow her to throw in that dynamite stuff, and hopefully you're going to hold this kind of like castle bridge. Now what's going to, sorry, this like castle doors. Normally people want to like hold the high grounds and stuff, so look for your Ashe just be trying like to go up there or something. But really nice damage boost onto her. Lovely cover again as well. I'd look to rotate again here just so you're not gonna maybe like get picked off by the enemies and stuff. Because right now you're actually like playing within the enemies. Ooh, okay. I just want to quickly talk about this because we could definitely make some like better improvements here, right? So this is fine. Obviously, you kind of like play in here for now while people are still like, what's it called? People are still not here. It's about this point where you want to make this rotation. But I'm going to actually tell you how there's actually a better rotation that you can make right now. You see this soldier that's just about to come and peek over here? You can actually just rotate in with the soldier and then play inside this castle. Because then it allows, if you play like inside this castle with the soldier, it gives you the opportunity to damage boost this soldier who can play main. But you can also help out your team around the side on the just in case if you need to, right? Because what ends up happening is you end up kind of like getting yourself a little bit flustered because you end up in this scenario. I would literally just at this point, rotate yourself up onto this high ground with where your soldier is. You can help your Moira like if you like need to basically. Because you end up like just not focusing and realize, oh my gosh, there's a Reaper here, right? And then you kind of like panic. You J yourself away to your Moira, which is once again really, really nice. Helping your Ashe, you do need to GA away. I would have maybe just GA'd to make sure you're like round the opposite side. Nice damage boost though onto your Ashe. This is really, really great. Nice. Love how you're trying to get into damage boost your Orisa some more, which is really nice. We still just damage boost some more. They actually ends up stepping on, which is quite nice, but I would just damage boost your Orisa just a tiny, like, tad little bit more. Another thing as well, your soldier is up on that high ground for the entire time as well. So if you did need an escape option at any point, the soldier is up there as well. Alright, but we'll keep going. Just fast forward some more. Oh, we're using Imp now. I do like Imp. Imp is actually such a cute one. Always reminds me of Skeski. But it's right. We need Ashe to find the door. She's struggling a bit. At that point, like, if you ever see your Ashe or like just anyone just like still stood in spawn and stuff like that, just leave them and try and go ahead and just be out with someone. Right? Obviously you heard this Reaper, at least I'm hoping you have. Okay, we haven't heard the Reaper. I feel, Welsh, do you use a headset to play, by the way? Because I feel as though, like, it's either you're not got the game volume turned up enough or you don't use a headset. Because there's been quite a few times now where you can, like, hear the Reaper and stuff, but you're just, like, not reacting to it. And I don't know whether that's just, like, an awareness thing that we need to improve upon or whether it's, like, an actual, like, sound thing that we're struggling with. Because there's a lot of the time, like for example right now where this Reaper's attacking your Ashe and you very much kind of just like J forward, like not come from the TV. If you can, Welsh, I would highly recommend investing in at least some earphones or just something that you can plug into a controller. I don't know whether you play on like console or whether you play on like PC and stuff like that. But I know on like consoles, specifically like Xbox and stuff like that, some of the newer controllers just have a normal like, headphone jack. If not, you can get like an adapter for some of the old ones to get earphones in. It doesn't have to be any kind of expensive ones. Like it literally is like some cheap earphones and stuff like that. It will make your game play like experience a lot better because it'll allow you to use that sound a lot more. Because as a support and also playing Mercy, it will really like help with that Xbox. Okay, well, if you want any of the new gens, you have any of the new controllers, you'll see how there's just a little headphone jack. Literally, if you have like an old pair of earphones from like some of the old like iPhones or something, or like any kind of like cheapo earphones that you can get from anywhere, just plug them in. Like literally, they only like £2 or something like that. But honestly, it will greatly help you with your gaming experience if you're able to have that sound. Because especially if you're playing Mercy, you need to be listening to that sound and you need to be making sure that when people are flanking you that we're listening out for that, alright? So if you can, just try and try and get yourself headphones. Do I have a normal headphone jack? Yeah, well, if you've got any of the newer ones, like for example, I've got the camo, the mineral camo one. It's one of like the new like limited edition ones that they brought out, right? They have a little, you can see at the bottom, it's got like a weird jack, and then it's also got like a headphone one. Now, if you've got an older one, like say the old Xbox like One controllers and stuff, they've only got the weird jack thing, in which case you'll need an actual, you need an adapter for it. You can get a Turtle Beach one for like 10-15 quid. If you need a link for it, I can send you one. But if you can, just try and get some, if you want to get yourself like a proper headset and you want to kind of like, you know, splurge out and stuff like that, obviously it depends on how much you're willing to spend. You can buy like obviously like normal earbuds. You can buy a Turtle Beach headset. They're actually really good for the price that they are. So if you do want like a quite a cheapish one, or if you want a more like expensive brand one, I can send you some links so we could talk about it after the VOD if you want. I could message you on Discord and stuff and talk about like any kind of like headphones and stuff like that. Because it will really help your gameplay experience. But anyway, so we'll keep going. So obviously Reaper, we GA away, which is really, really nice. Nice use of cover. Obviously Reaper's there. Lovely GA away again. Really nice escape. I'm hoping your Moira heals you. She does. Really nice. Same thing again with the Moira. So with the Reaper, it would help if you could like heal him and stuff, because then it means you can help Moira. Now, so you went to spawn to go and help yourself regen, which is really, really nice. Push forward with your Ashe here, because you can just go and damage boost her in. And then at that point, you just want to go and damage boost your Ramattra, just try and help him get in as well. Nice heals onto Ram, really, really nice. The same thing again with that Reaper, right? We just need to try and help heal for those people that are getting hit by the Reaper. Nice. Lovely res. And we got enough people on points, so it's fine. So obviously if someone wants to push forward, you're more than welcome to go and help. Nice, okay. Where your Ashe is pushing to is actually going to lead out to like nowhere, really. She ends up coach gunning out onto the high ground, but what's it called? Oh, someone's left. Okay, hold on. Let me quickly rewind. I did not realize that someone from the other team has left, which is going to make it very difficult for me to get back to you, which is great. Anyways, okay, so Blossom comes. Looks like we GA away from it, and then we just GA in to like reset, I guess. I've gone off the view. Okay, no matter, we're just gonna play in this view. It's really unfortunate when people leave the matches because I can't like can't get back into like the other mode, but it's fine. Nice damage boost onto Ram here. Lovely damage boost, really, really nice. Lovely res as well. Waiting for the team fight to be safe. Nice, we're going back to the court, obviously getting max people on and stuff like that. Really nice damage boost onto Ram. Really nice there. Really, really nice. I like how you're just staying caught here. I would just try and like stay... Oh, nice, obviously playing around here. I will look to be playing a little bit more like around here though, just purely because of this cart. We're playing inside, which is really, really nice. We do need to be helping point a little bit more here. Like you can just come and damage boost this Ramattra. Like if you just GA around and just play the cart here, you can damage this Ramattra and just absolutely like annihilate with people. Obviously there's the ult from... Oh, it's yours from the high ground, which is alright. Just damage boost as well as much as you can for out there, and I think we do end up capping it in, I guess. Yes. Okay. So Welsh, okay. I want to absolutely applaud you for really taking on my advice from the last VOD, okay? Not pressing that crouch super jump and playing your cover so much, like so much better is absolutely amazing, like Welsh. It's really, really great. We do need to work on our movements a little tiny bit more, but that is fine. That comes completely with time, so that's all okay, alright? Reses were good. Your res is really good. Waiting for the safest opportunity to res. Really, really great. We need to work on our Valks a little bit more. So, like, when your team's a little bit more grouped up and stuff like that, I'd highly recommend push that damage just a little bit more then. But other than that, really, really great, okay? Things we need to improve upon, okay? We need to improve upon damage boosting our most active targets and stuff, which I talked about quite a lot in the VOD. You essentially just want to damage boost whoever's like being the aggressive person at one time, okay? And we also need to work on sound and also just being proactive with hearing people and also seeing like people that can be a threat to us basically and kind of acting upon that. This doesn't as well just apply to obviously because a lot of them were like short range people, like for example the Moira and the Rhine and the Reaper. But it also applies a lot of the time to longer range. Like, for example, you see a Sojourn or something, you want to play that cover, which obviously you're doing very, very well. Alright? I just want to quickly talk about the wall bounce super quick before I kind of end the VOD for you, right? Wall bounce, right. So if you put your beam on someone, and then you, like, break away, you can still GA in, and then you can face the way that you want to go and press jump, and you do, like, a slingshot, but it allows you to do it within the comforts. Oh, hold on, that's not really great, like, demonstration. It still allows you to kind of, like, you know, be in cover but still maneuver yourself, right? So I cut my LOS, I just GA in, and I'm allowed myself to still be able like to bounce about like this basically. It's called a wall bounce. Right? So you can utilize that a little bit more to try and like keep yourself in that cover, okay? But that's just a very like little like quick tutorial on like a wall bounce basically. Alright? But yeah, say the stats on Discord. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can quickly get it up because I could just quickly read it out. Here we are. Okay, stats. You had a lot like lower deaths compared to the rest of your team, which is really, really great. Healing's great. Your offensive to healing is really, really great. Obviously your damage amps is really, really good. Player saves are really, really good. Yeah, Welsh as well. Your stats are really, really good for this game. Okay, really, really great. Obviously, not everything is about stats, though. I'm gonna say, like, you know, like, please don't really hard focus on your statistics. Like, it's more about how you play. And in this VOD, I feel as though we could have got a little bit more out of you if we damage boost that person that's being active. So that's the main thing I want you to work on: damage boosting, or like being with the person who's being the most active like target in, obviously, like, you know, within your team and stuff like that, and just really be proactive and think to yourself, okay, who's going to attack me? All right, but sadly it's the end of the VOD. Obviously, Welsh, please do message me. I will message you about like the headphones stuff as well. Once again, you guys, you can get your VOD reviews for 5,000 channel points. I do them on Mondays, but I also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays too. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Bye.